Well, Jermell Charlo did it in impressive fashion tonight, knocking out Charles Hatley. And I believe the 5th round or the 6th round, from the opening outset of this fight, Charlo did good, starting off with a hard jab. I thought that was Jermell in there instead of Jermell. The size difference. He said he was going to get bigger, and he did. And it paid off. He was so much bigger than Hatley. Hatley had a strategy of switching and coming in the fight completely different than, what they had trained to do. He came in, usually he fights as a southpaw. Today he fought conventional. And in the end, it cost him. And here's why. Charlo was too sharp all night and being first. Hatley in the first round kind of conceded a little bit. But as the round got closer, he got real closer to Charlo. Real closer, applying the pressure. And then he started to make his move. Hatley was pushing forward with his punches, but he was coming in without a feint, and he was coming in a little too straight up. And early on in the fight, he was getting under the right hand Charlo would throw. Whenever Charlo would throw the 1-2 jab right hand, he would always duck and get under the right hand early. But mental mistakes started happening, and then he tried to pull straight back as a counter from the right hand to try to pull away from him. And he didn't quite gauge the distance of Charlo, and he was pulling straight back and getting caught. As you can see, Charlo is right where he's supposed to be. He's measuring him, and he's looking forward to countering him with a shot. And his eyes is all on the target. Nothing more, nothing less. He sees that Hatley's got his left arm down. He's waiting for him to try to throw that little hesitation jab so he could throw a quick 1-2. And right there, for the first time, you could see this is where Hatley lost the fight. From this point on, then he got counted right there. It changed the whole momentum of the fight. Hatley had a great round 2, and all his momentum was gone. In that last little 2-second stanza, he never recovered from that. Hatley's hurt here. He knows Charlo is the much bigger man, much stronger man. And right now, he's reluctant to go in and get as close as he needs to get. He wants to make sure he's at a safe distance. And by staying at this position, puts him at a spot where he feels like, okay, I'll be safe here in this spot, and everything should be cool. I shouldn't be getting hurt from this position, and that'll be that. So this is a safe spot for him. I mean, it looked that way, but you can't let Jermell Charlo be first. You got to give him some movement. You can't be a stationary target and hope to counter him. This will work against lesser opposition. It won't work against Charlo. In Charlo's last fight, the reason why it was working, the style, the other guy had a lot of movement. He was a lot slippery. He was a lot slicker. Hatley just stayed there, waiting to walk him down like he's Winky Wright. But he's not as solid as a fighter as Winky Wright. If you're going to fight that style, you got to be in his wheelhouse. Can't be that far out and hope something's going to, go in your favor. and just pray that things work out all right if you stay that close. Because 9 times out of 10, it don't go that way. And you wind up being hurt. In the 6th round, Charlo just blitzed. I mean, completely blitzed Hatley. He didn't let Hatley set. Hatley was hurt. Hurt to the body, hurt to the head. He was barely hanging on. And Charlo just finished his night by opening up with combinations and used his size and will. I don't know, man. I think they probably switched and Jermell came in the ring or something. I don't know how they did it in the corner so fast, but he switched and Jermell came out in this 6th round and just destroyed Hatley. And that was all she wrote. As Hatley head hit a camera, he was out. He was later okay. But this was a tremendous victory for Jermell Charlo. And we get ready for the main event. Now, who does he fight next? That's the question. It's definitely a time for a step up in class. It's a good first title defense. But there's Demetrius Andrade out there. There's a lot of fights out there for him. So we're waiting to see what happens.